Hello everyone. Today is going to be a little bit of a different video. In lieu of everything that's been happening, I just want to kind of give you guys my thoughts. There are moments, guys, in a country's history where things feel heavy and uncertain. I think a lot of people right now are feeling like that, concerned, confused, or just trying to make sense of what's going on. I am one of them, and today I want to talk about why. I work in international education, so I see every day how the United States interacts with the wider world, how our actions affect our allies, how global trust is built or broken, and how international students and travelers are impacted. U.S. foreign relations aren't just headlines to me. They show up every day in real conversations with real people from other countries who are trying to study here, build lives, or simply just understand us better. When I look at what's happening, though, I don't focus on personalities or parties. I focus on values that historically keep societies healthy. Things like free expression and free press, separation of powers and constitutional principles, lawful governance, diplomatic stability, human dignity and empathy. Those are not partisan ideas. They are the backbone of democratic systems everywhere. I pay attention when journalists feel intimidated, when dissent is discouraged, when information becomes hard to verify, or when institutions are weakened. Around the world, those patterns have historically been red flags, regardless of who's in charge. And on the global level, how we treat our allies, how we navigate conflict, and how we honor international norms influences peace, security, and our credibility. Nations don't exist in isolation. Our choices ripple outward. Most importantly, y'all, behind every policy, there are actual human beings, students, families, service members, civilians who live with the consequences. Having a graduate degree in international studies, I've spent a lot of time studying history, and there's something in conflict and discourse that sticks with me. Democracies rarely collapse overnight. It's usually gradual. Through normalization of limiting dissent, erosion of checks and balances, consolidation of power, and conflict-driven rhetoric. I'm not saying that we aren't in that situation or that we are. What I'm saying is it is worth paying attention to. For me, values are also shaped by faith and morality. Across cultures and religions, there are shared themes. Defend the vulnerable, resist oppression, avoid corruption, and prioritize justice. Jesus spoke of liberating the oppressed in Luke 4:18. He warned against greed in Luke 12:15, and he emphasized justice and mercy in Matthew 23:23. Those messages guide how I see right and wrong, not through a partisan lens, but a human one. And I'll be honest, y'all, watching this all play out, it hits me personally. U.S. relations with the world directly affect the field that I've devoted years of my life to. They affect whether international students feel safe coming here, whether partnerships survive, and whether the global community still sees us as a steady presence. I've worked hard for my career, and sometimes the uncertainty makes me feel frustrated, anxious, or even angry. I imagine other people feel their own versions of that in different fields for whatever different reason. I don't know all the answers and I don't have them, but what I do know is the values that matter to me: accountability, transparency, empathy, constitutional integrity, human dignity, and peace. I wanted to share that openly because silence feels very heavy and honesty feels very necessary. So whatever your background or belief, I hope that you're finding this clarity too. These are complicated times, and we're all trying to make sense of them in our own way. Be a light to the world and do the right thing. Thank you.